we are back, episode 49 here of Journey to a Million. Yes, we are one episode away from 50, 3 away from the 1 year mark of Journey to a Million already. How does that make you feel, Zach, Jared?
Good. I'm
Good,
getting there.
good. As it
Been a while.
should. How's it been going for you two as well? Successful fantasy week for everyone? No? Kind of?
Still undefeated. 8-0.
Jared's still 8-0. It was 5-1 week for me. It was one of my I get back to back over 500 weeks. It's going smooth. You know, we're winning some games, and that's all you can ask for in the leagues right now. I thankfully won in the league I had to win in, or otherwise I would have been 2-6 when I was supposedly going all in. So that would have been.
Hey, still got Amari Cooper if you want him.
All right. Well, no.
Price is going up every
Zach's
game
got a
he has,
pending
it's good.
trade right now, so we'll celebrate. Hopefully, if it goes through during the episode, we'll talk about that if it goes through. But otherwise, right? I mean, fantasy decent weeks for us. I mean, going to the player picks, it was overall an excellent week. It was our best yet in terms of average score between the three of us. And yeah, I mean, we all three made great picks. I should have won, but I ended up
After declaring at 11 o'clock on Sunday that you did win, yeah, you probably should have, but didn't turn out like that.
But Harrison Bryant with the ultimate goose egg. I had a feeling one of these times where I choose that random tight end, it wasn't going to work out. And actually, I mean, back-to-back weeks, it really hasn't worked out. I believe I took Hunter Henry in week 7, and he finished with like little to no points. But
I don't know what I'm going to do this week. George Kittle's on a bye.
I was just going to say that.
I know what tight end I'm going to take.
Please take George Kittle.
I don't know.
You can take the other guy in the bye, Greg Dulcich. Why not?
Yeah, it's been like, I don't know, like 6 weeks since I've had to pick a different tight end. So
this is new territory for you. Jared does what he does best, finishes in last place.
Oh.
Jared loves being a loser. And I mean, 93 points, Jared, in your defense is a winning week.
Yeah, it is. But I mean, you guys got a little more lucky than I did, you know.
Lucky.
I don't know about
kind of like how you are 8-0. That's nothing short of a miracle, Jared.
Look at the points scored. I have the most points in the league by like.
Wait, is this the auto drafted league? Jared's auto drafted team?
I didn't auto draft that team. I've set my queue.
Partially auto drafted.
Partially auto drafted. When I planned, I drafted every pick.
Coincidence? I think not.
You guys
Jared auto draft.
You're jealous you don't have an 8-0 team. That's all it is.
Jared's best team is half auto draft.
I taste a lot of salt. You guys are just so salty. I swear. That's all it is.
Okay, going to team picks. Zach puts up the second 5-0 week in team picks, and I mean, he has both 5-0 weeks. If that explains how Jared and I have done. Jared has never gone.
Again?
I'm actually so
say that one more time.
No, I'm actually so surprised. I didn't hear about this till now. Zach did not say one thing. Wow.
Let me say this though. Jared has never gone 4-1 yet. He's never gone 4-1. He's never gone 5-0. The best he's done.
It's only week 9. Calm down.
He's only gone 3-2 3 times so far. That's the best he's done. Every other week.
But 5 of the other 8 Did I go 0-5 before? I don't think so.
No, nobody's gone 0-5. I've never. Jared, you're the only person to go 1-4, and you've done 1-4 twice. So the stats tell me Jared's not good at team picks. And it tells me Jared needs to stop picking the Colts is also the stats.
Oh, I'm done with that. Don't worry about that.
But the stats do tell me Zach is 33-7. You know, he's the great, as we've talked about. And I like sticking at that around 500 and now exactly 500, 20-20.
I'm sorry.
And Jared,
I'm sorry to cut in here, but I got to give props to Zach. Like 33-7 is pretty good.
Yeah, you know, it's
Once
impressive.
Once I turn 21, I'm going to be making some money off of that.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive.
It looks like.
It looks, yeah.
I've also just gotten really lucky because a lot of times, like these teams I want to pick, you guys just take them first, and then they end up like losing.
Like Packers, Jared has saved us so many times taking the Packers. That 3 week stretch of Giants, Jets, and Commanders. Thank you, Jared, for doing that for us. But 3-2 for me,
and
it's
then funny
because
when I take those picks, everyone's like, "Yep, I love that pick."
Lock.
It's a
lock. Easy.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, when I take the Texans this week, right? I mean, people's. I'm kidding. I could not do that.
Yeah.
We'll talk about our Thursday night parlay too a little. I mean, we are banking on a lot of offense from the Eagles. If they do not put up,
you guys are. Okay. I was smart.
Fine.
Chose.
Oh, you were smart. Yep.
Yeah. Kind of took one for the other team too because we need somebody from Houston, but
Yeah, you kind of were stuck
Yeah.
because Jared and I both decided to take some egos. Jared, they better put up 35 plus points tomorrow. Otherwise, we might be in some tough
I mean,
water.
Jalen Hurts has been putting up those numbers, so I thought, I mean, he's going to run for a lot. He'll put up his,
They
what
need
is it, like
like
250 or something?
if we want to hit, they need 400 yards as a team.
They
Like
could do that.
360 is the absolute minimum, and that is if Jalen Hurts hits by a half a yard and Sanders hits by half a yard.
We need
Yeah,
no
that's
defensive
possible.
turnovers for the Eagles. I mean, like not like where they get good field position. We need long drives. We need
Wait, Drew, did
know-
you take total yards or rushing yards for Sanders?
just rushing.
Oh.
Yeah, so like they can't even like
Yeah.
overlap. Like
Look, Jared,
no,
I took
it's-
Sanders first. I mean, you could have taken
No,
You could've
literally,
taken someone else.
as soon as Zach said, send your picks, and I was literally just about to type Sanders, and then you took him.
look. I'm hoping for a 2-score game, and Sanders is getting the ball. That's all I'm hoping for.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean that's kind of like our week 9 talk a little there. But going through week 8, I mean there's more that happened in week 8, especially like right the trade deadline. I mean we got to talk about that. It was the wildest trade deadline I can remember. You know, for NFL, and I believe the most trades were ever made here on trade day that Tuesday, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Was it 10? I think total.
I think it was 10 total. I think it ended up
Yeah.
being in double digits. Was there,
Hold on,
you
can
know? Go ahead.
so NFL trade line just went. When are the trade deadlines in your guys' fantasy leagues?
Week 11 usually is where
Week 11.
Yeah, around that. I'm not really sure.
I believe in my dynasty league we talked. I mean, it's pushed back
It's the
actually like
beginning
a
of
week
playoffs,
before
I
regular
think,
season.
isn't it?
Yeah, yep. So playoff rosters can load up then.
Mm-hmm.
But so there's some time right in fantasy football, but in football, right? NFL, we got to talk about some trades that had some pretty huge fantasy implications. I mean, that's kind of generally though it actually helped me. I mean, a lot of the trades helped my fantasy team. Was that kind of a thing that you guys experienced as well?
No. The players that got traded, I don't have any of them. Literally none.
I got Hawkinson in like
I don't even have him.
You
two
watched- yeah.
leagues. So
The only- Actually,
yeah,
the only thing that affected me is Chase Edmonds and then Jeff Wilson coming in because I have Mostert. That's basically the only thing.
So I like Mostert then this week coming in. I think that's going to be
Mhm.
nice for Mostert. I mean, I can't imagine. I imagine Wilson gets some snaps, but I don't know how huge the workload will be week 1. You know, with the new team. So
Mhm.
that could be nice there. I actually anticipated a Naeem Hines trade, so I went out. I traded Naeem. I traded for Naeem Hines, and I gave up PJ Walker, and I also got some fab
Oh,
budget with it.
That's a bad trade, Drew. PJ Walker is the next quarterback there. He's one of the best quarterbacks in the league right now.
hey, he's pretty good. He's like next Tom Brady.
He literally is.
Just like
The longest in the air throw all season, 62 yards. Come on.
that was a great throw. Too.
That was a great throw.
Who was that?
Yeah.
Was that Mahomes that came in and said that?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
I don't know why you trade PJ Walker. He's literally going to be the starter the rest of the year.
That's fine. Okay. What?
Does Drew actually think we're being serious?
No, I don't. I just was looking at Jared. And Jared, he was like, "Yeah, that's really good. Yeah." I'm not.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, Jared, I guess we talked from a Colts perspective too. I guess Zach Moss coming in. I don't know where I got that from. With Zach Moss coming in, was that something you think? Right, he's going to probably solidify behind JT as the handcuff. Deion Jackson right now isn't really
Useless. Colts get nothing for that trade. I mean, he's not even a receiving
So you
back.
don't care about that conditional 5th round pick?
I mean, at best, it's a 5th. Isn't it a 6th that goes to a 5th?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
mean,
the condition, yes.
Hines, offensive wise, is probably our 3rd or 4th best player. Pierce, JT, Pittman, and then Hines.
Then
probably our
Jelani.
Probably our 4th best player. And we give him
Seriously.
up for a 5th round pick, maybe a 6th. And Zach Moss. What's Zach Moss going to do?
Phil
He's a
Hines'
3rd
role.
string. He's a 3rd string in Buffalo. Like, what's he going to do? He's not even a receiving back. Like, he's just an up the middle back, and we have that in JT. And when we don't have JT, we got Deion Jackson. He's useless for us. It is one of the stupidest trades I've ever seen.
I didn't mind the trade for the Colts. They get a pick for a player who, in Hines, is he a part of the team next year? I mean, like, is he someone they? I know what Frank Reich said, right? But he
Yeah.
ended up not really.
I think it's better for Buffalo though.
Yeah, it is.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not saying I don't like the trade for the Bills. I certainly
Frank
like what
Reich.
happened there.
Frank Reich before the season. Oh, if I was in fantasy, I would draft
Yeah.
Hines. Frank Reich during the season. Who's Naeem Hines? Where's he? Like, come on.
This means James Cook's season's gonna have to wait until next year, though. But I mean, he played well against the Packers. You know, just throw that
Yeah.
out there. But otherwise, I'd imagine still it's gonna be. Is it gonna be more like Singletary, Hines, 1A, 1B? You guys think?
It's
that
going to be
kinda-
Singletary, and Hines is going to be the receiving back again. He's going to be the same role as Indy, just a little more usage because Singletary is not JT.
What do you think, Zach?
I think, yeah, I can see it. I think he's going to get some of the carries, though. I mean,
Oh yeah,
he never really had that opportunity in Indianapolis, but I think like Singletary's still going to be their lead back, like on the ground game, and then you're going to see Hines get his receptions
See,
too.
Hines did get carries in Indy, but it wasn't a lot.
It
and I don't
wasn't
think-
many though. Yeah,
I don't think he should have. That's the thing. He's not that kind of player. We didn't know how to use him. We would try to run him up the middle on runs that
Oh,
JT could
no,
have done way
that's- no.
better. Just take him on the outside, do a little sweep, something like that. He has speed. That's how you use him, and we couldn't do that.
I think going to some other trades. I want to touch on the Jeff Wilson one we kind of mentioned. We'll get to Chase Edmonds too. I want to talk about that Miami run game a little bit more. Jared mentioned being a Mostert holder, overpaying for Mostert. Certainly it's going to be.
What?
you overpaid for Mostert.
Thank
you gave
Zach.
up too much for Mostert.
Oh, I didn't hear that. Thank you.
Well, this week it'll be okay, but I feel like so Jeff Wilson, just to kind of connect some dots, right, draw some lines, whatever you want to say. He's reuniting with Mike McDaniel in Miami, right? Mike McDaniel being part of the 49ers, Jeff Wilson. So, I mean, there must be something there. Again, I know I said with Chase Edmonds, oh, he played against him. Oh, yep, that's why they signed him to a decent amount of money for running back, and now he's not even on the team. But I guess, do you guys think Jeff Wilson's gonna have I think he's gonna have a bigger role than Chase Edmonds, right? I mean, you gotta anticipate that, right?
I don't know. I really don't know. I think they're going to be really similar. Because Edmonds is more like a red zone kind of back, and I see Wilson could be more of a like in the actual field kind of back, so like kind of split a little bit better. Mostert's still going to get like at least 70%, I'm going to guess, and then it'll be like 30 for Jeff Wilson.
What do you think, Zach?
Sorry, what was the question? I'm
Okay,
trying,
we're talking about.
trying to broker a trade right here.
Oh, you're good. We're talking about Jeff Wilson's usage in Miami. Jared mentioned 70-30. I could probably see it be closer.
He's gonna take some of the touches. Obviously, McDaniels and Mike LaFleur know him from San Francisco. He knows the offense, so we could see him be a large part. I think him and Mostert are both definitely going to be a large part of the offense. I think we could see them maybe split it even like 50-50 just to keep Mostert healthy. He's had a lot of injury concerns, so
he is 30 as well. So
yeah,
that'll be something to wait and see in Miami. Jared probably wants to talk about Chase Edmonds a little now. No,
I mean, no, because he was on the way down anyways. I drafted him in my that was my 5th round pick, wasn't it?
Oh no, I think it was 4th.
Was it 4th?
Yep.
Yeah. So I have him. I mean, he
Oh.
was my backup running back behind Sanders and McCaffrey. But I had to start. Actually, I started Pollard this week because he had like 37.
Good call. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, Edmonds isn't useful anyways to me anymore. He was going in, but now he's projected 3 at most in Miami, and now he's gone, so he's going to be a lot less probably. And Denver's on a bye this week, so I mean, he'll be used there, but they got 3 running backs now.
Denver, it's going to be interesting. Melvin Gordon's supposedly still the starter, is what reports say, but that's out of the bye week next week. Who knows? Who even knows from then? I mean, that's a far enough way out. We could certainly see Edmonds sprinkled in there with Latavius Murray. Right? So Latavius Murray he's still the
yeah, he is.
He's still there.
Yeah.
Well, I'm wondering with like how they're gonna factor all 3 of those guys in. Plus, Javonte, he's not gonna be back really until like October, right? I mean, it's gonna be like over a year probably, or a year at least.
So I'm thinking Mike Boone's career is over, and so is Chase Edmonds next year. That's my guess.
Really?
Chase Edmonds' career?
Well, unless he can get traded to a better team where he's going to actually produce.
Chase Edmonds' career is not over. Chase Edmonds is good enough to be in the National Football League still, Jared. I don't know.
Where's he gonna get traded to then? Because he's not gonna do anything on the
He's going to be in Denver. I mean, he's got another year left, doesn't he? He signed
next
a 2-year
year.
deal.
But Javante's there, Gordon's there, Murray's
Yeah,
there.
Javante. He's not going to be the lead back.
He'll be a
but
third or a fourth.
Melvin Gordon signed a 1-year deal. I
Yeah,
don't
Melvin
think
Gordon's
he's
not
gonna
coming
come
back.
I
It's going to
think
be Javante and Chase Edmonds.
Chase Edmonds, yeah.
They're looking at for the future in this trade
Murray
in terms
looks
of
pretty
getting
good.
what Denver did. Denver realized, right? I mean, they didn't really have. I mean, Melvin Gordon bringing him back probably was not the best move. I mean, looking at how the fumbling and overall production. So they realized probably got to have a safer, RB2, and they feel Chase Edmonds is that guy. That's kind of what I feel was part of the reason doing this trade. Of course, the other reason is the amount of assets you can receive for Bradley Chubb, right? I mean, and they gave up a 2025 fifth rounder as well. They get a 2023 first round pick and a 2024 fourth round pick. Would you say this is certainly the biggest trade that happened Tuesday, deadline day? Is this a trade?
I mean, Dolphins, what a job trading Trey Lance for Waddle, Hill, and Chubb, right? I mean, turning 3 first round picks into those players. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that.
Yeah. I mean, I'm trying to look up right now what kind of picks they do have because they have traded away a lot of picks.
They got a lot of picks. So again, like Jared mentioned, the Trey Lance trade. So
I'm questioning. Are they going all in this year? Then is that what they're trying to do? I mean, made the trades, give up their picks.
I don't think it's really Super Bowl or bust yet, just because their players are still pretty young. They have them under contract for next year. I mean, Hill's going to be there 5 years, and I think Waddle has after this year have 2, and then the 5th-year option. Obviously, Tua has a couple years left, so a lot of their core has multiple years left on their deals. So I think they have a few years of contention here for sure.
Bradley Chubb though is unrestricted free agent in 2023. So
yeah, they're gonna have to pay him.
So that's kind of the kicker there. Again, like Zack mentioned, they're gonna have to pay him. I'm wondering with cap space. So we'll get more into this, of course, in the offseason, but it's gonna be. There's not going to be a lot of money to go around, it feels, with a lot of the extensions, a lot of the moves they made, plus, of course, with Tua. Long term, there's going to have to be something there if that's their guy, right? Which it looks like that's their guy they're sticking with. So, good. I don't know. I don't know about winner in this trade. I certainly do like what Denver got for it, but again, they give up Bradley Chubb. So, I think it was a good, solid trade for both squads. I do really like what Denver got though. 2023 first. Be able to get a first round pick, especially in that class. Certainly love to see that.
And that's probably why they didn't trade Judy or Sutton. I mean, they weren't going to give up that many players. They still have Russell Wilson. They still need a solid team for next year, and they're not gonna tank or anything. I kind of want to know. I mean, if we want to move on to the whole Chase Claypool thing, I want to know what the Bears are doing.
Bears lost that trade confused. So bad.
Yeah, I am very confused what they're doing. I honestly don't understand.
They're trying to give their young quarterback weapons, so they go out and give an early second round pick for for a receiver that's not even probably not top 20 in the league.
Yeah, I don't. Understand.
They are. I think they're banking on. They're looking for guys who might fit not Chase Claypool, but fitting Justin Fields' scheme. The new offensive scheme kind of there with Fields running the ball a lot. Fields not really, passing a lot, not making a lot of deep plays.
Yeah, he's not a deep threat. So that makes sense.
Claypool is kind of that weapon. I mean, he's more of a versatility guy, it seems, especially in Pittsburgh's offense. I still feel like he's just like that end around guy. He's a guy who you'll use in an end around or even like a bubble screen, stuff like that. I'm not saying they won the trade. I'm not saying they won that trade, but I don't think it was as bad as people perceived that trade, the Claypool trade.
I just
certainly would rather have it be a later second or even that Ravens second than their second, right? That's kind of where I was like, oh, come on.
Well, the rumors were that, I think it was actually reported that the Packers offered a second round pick as well. And the Steelers obviously took the Bears because it's going to be at the beginning of the round. And I mean, I understand that move a lot more for the Packers than the Bears, just because the Packers still have, they haven't looked great, obviously, but they can still contend this year. And I think, a lot of people still think they are going to turn it around. I think they have a team good enough to turn it around yet.
See, my question here is, At this point of their career, I think Nyheim Hines is more versatile and more useful than Chase Claypool could be. I mean, he could be a receiver and a running back. You know what I mean? So like he goes for a 5th, potential 6th, and Claypool goes for a
I mean,
2nd.
Claypool's. It's
I th-
also the difference in position. Running
Yep.
backs, their value is so much less.
I know, but I mean, you could put Hines at the slot. I'm sure he'd be fine with that. He's a pass catcher. I mean, he could just be a receiver. I'm sure he would adjust to it.
Claypool's a much more valuable player than Nyheim Hines in terms of trade value, I feel. But with Claypool, he's under contract until 2020, or he's under contract next year. So like 2024, he becomes unrestricted free agent. So throwing that out there, they get year and a half of Chase Claypool. I still don't love the second round price, but I do think still it's not as bad as people think. You'd certainly love it to be a third or fourth, or you right go on. But it was a 2023 second too, right? Just with it being okay. So yeah, tough. But if it was the Packers making that trade, you would have. What would the reaction be? Would it still be overpay?
I think it still would be, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it would make sense for the Packers to get someone because they needed someone, and if that's the price they had to pay, then that would be understandable. But I think it's still an overpay no matter what.
Yeah, I mean,
okay. So Hawkinson fantasy value wise, is that like? I mean, what's the consensus after that trade that took place, right? It was Hawkinson, 2023 4th, conditional 4th. Detroit got then a 2023 2nd and a 2024 3rd.
Detroit got a lot for that too. I don't mind it for Detroit.
Zack?
I don't understand why they really didn't get that much. They gave up Hawkinson and 2/4 for a 2nd and a 3rd. So say you like the 2/4 equals the third. So you got Hawkinson for kind of like a 2nd, and you trade him in division. You have to face him twice a year, and he's still fairly young. I think he's 25, 26, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it tells me that they buy into James Mitchell and Brock Wright. I mean, obviously you still want to trade him to get some value too, but I do think they value those guys. Those are the tight ends who are going to probably assume more of the share with Hawkinson gone. I mean, that's got to tell you they at least see them as a potential future, unless they see someone in the draft that they're going to target, right?
I think they could have gotten more for him. I think the Lions could have gotten what did they get? Would you say a 2nd or?
I'm pulling it up. Sorry, they got a 2023 2nd, 2024 3rd,
and they gave up a 4th, right? So I think
they give up 2/4.
2/4, yeah, that
2/4 and Hawkinson.
I mean, you're 1-6, right? The Lions are 1-6, I think. I mean, you can give up players. I don't think you should be giving up picks if you're trying to rebuild. Say you give up Hawkinson and a 4th for a 2nd and a 3rd, or 2 seconds or something. I mean, whatever you can do, you got to negotiate a little better than that, I think.
And of course, this trade coming with Irv Smith going on the IR, right? So I mean, it was.
Yeah, the need was there.
You gotta like it. Yeah, you gotta like it for Minnesota in terms of having that. Look at that offense now: Dalvin Cook, Justin Jefferson, Adam Thielen. Right? I mean, or Smith no more really with Hawkinson. I'm wondering how when Smith returns from the IR, how it's going to really work out. We were kind of texting about it. I'd imagine Smith he's still good enough where he'd have some sort of usage. I'd feel some sort of role.
I mean, it said like 8 weeks, didn't it? I think Smith is out for like almost the rest of the season.
Oh, okay. Well, then
yeah.
Might not be really a role there, I guess. Trade wise, is there any other trades like I just want to talk about
the Calvin Ridley to the Jags? I mean,
thank you. Yeah,
I don't understand it either. Like, what are the Jaguars doing? I really don't know. I mean,
they gave up a lot for somebody that's suspended for this year.
Yeah,
I mean, I understand they're trying to like Calvin Ridley in 2019 when Julio was kind of banged up for a lot of the year. Like he was phenomenal.
That's the last year he was great. Yeah,
but also they gave up. It could potentially be a 2nd and a 5th, I think.
The conditions are pretty specific, though. That's where I don't hate this trade as much for Jacksonville because, like, they are, he's to start a certain amount of games. He's got to be on the active roster for a certain amount of days or whatnot.
But this guy hasn't played in like 2 years.
Oh, it's certainly, yeah. I mean, there's a reason they're conditionals, but certainly taking a pretty big risk there with Jacksonville is, and I don't know, like with receiver wise, I guess, are they looking for that guy to be with Christian Kirk, right? Trying to get like that number 2, or I guess will be more of Kirk. I know we're looking too far in this, but like Kirk Ridley, I don't know what I think about it either.
Marvin Jones. I mean,
yeah.
I think Marvin Jones is probably nearing the end of his career, but
Be
I
Zay
mean,
Jones.
yeah, they
Zay
got
Jones
Zay
is there
Jones. Yeah.
too, yeah.
I think they're just piling a bunch of receivers that aren't like phenomenal. Like they're good receivers. Obviously, Calvin Ridley can be like very good. Like he can be a star, but still, like they don't have that. I don't think any of them have potential to be like that top 10 receiver in the league.
Yeah, it's certainly. I don't know, like dynasty wise, I know we don't like to really get too much into dynasty, but like with Calvin Ridley, you're because I mean the price to buy right now is higher than it would have been last week, even I feel, just because like the quarterback, it's a sure thing there with Trevor Lawrence, and not Marcus Mariota or whatever in Atlanta for next year. I guess how are you assessing that? Would you both of you have any interest in buying? I personally wouldn't right now.
Not right now. No.
I feel like the price is a little high right now. Zach, do you have an update on your trade, by the way?
Not that one, but I did just accept a trade in your dynasty league.
I will process it after the episode. So can you read me the trade?
Brandon Ayuk for 2024 first.
Whoa.
Wait, you gave up a first?
No, I gave up Ayuk.
Whoa. Who did that?
Alex.
I was gonna say that's a trade Alex would make, and that's a trade Beast Mode would make. Those are the only two I know who would probably make that trade.
Why are you saying
that?
that?
That's way too much for
Just
Ayuk.
because they like Ayuk. They obviously
like
like Ayuk
Ayuk
more
too,
than you,
so.
Zach. No, they like Ayuk more than you.
Yeah,
though.
they do.
I do that trade.
Well,
Ayuk's like a third option there now.
I was thinking about it, but also like I have Jamar Chase, I have Michael Pittman, I have Garrett Wilson, and Gabe Davis.
Yeah.
So I still have
Plus you're tanking too.
4 good receivers.
That's
Right,
that's a good trade for you, Zach. I don't know what Alex needed. If he needed a receiver,
Wait.
that makes sense.
Did Alex come to you with this trade, if I may ask?
So I asked him if he was interested in Fournette because I'm trying to sell Fournette.
Oh, yeah, I've heard.
And
he
he told me he wasn't interested in Fournette, but he asked if I was interested in trading some of my receivers. And I was like, probably not Chase, obviously, just because it's Jamar Chase.
Right.
But the other guys I'm willing to listen to. And then, yeah, he offered me that.
Oh, nice trade. Yeah, I'm cool with that. So no response yet on the one in another dynasty. We'll wait for that. But trade deadline wise, any other trade you guys really want to touch on? Right? I mean, like Robert Quinn, and we talked kind of about that trade that took place. Roquan Smith as well.
Yeah.
It's deep for Bears, right? They're freeing up cap space. I mean, in our offseason stuff, of course, we'll touch on. We'll do a cap space tracker over 100 million now. I believe it's around 114 million of free cap space. So,
yeah,
I imagine we'll see a lot of moves. Certainly, I mean,
I thought
2024. I think though.
I still thought they should have traded Montgomery away. Herbert's on his second year. I mean, he's a promising back. You don't really need Montgomery.
I would have liked that move. Yeah, I would have liked that move.
Was Montgomery fourth? What is he worth though?
Third maybe.
I'd say like third, fourth range. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we're in a similar. It's always hard, of course, to kind of say where running backs are worth. And Khalil Herbert, as both of you mentioned, excellent. Yeah, it would have been great. It's actually, I'm stuck in the kind of role that Jared would have been stuck in if Rashad Penny did not get hurt. I got Khalil Herbert, I got David Montgomery, and it's like, okay, that's great. It's great to have them both. Yeah. But like the problem is they're both healthy. I mean, problem is they're both getting equal snap shares.
You can't start either of them, really.
Exactly. The thing I'm hitting at is, I'm glad they're both healthy, but the thing is, I can't start both of them. I got to start one. So it's kind of in a weird spot with that, which you certainly got like Herbert's odds of taking over that backfield next year. Would you think I would compare it more of like a Damian Harris from Andre Stevenson thing where we're going to see, I mean, we've already kind of seen Herbert work into it, but like, I think next year it's to be like really Herbert 65, Montgomery 35 even. Could even be that much.
Yeah.
If he's there too. I mean, things can happen.
Was Montgomery have like 2 years left on his deal? Or is this his third year?
I'm on it. Even Montgomery is.
Either way, they have a promising future with all that cap space. I mean,
yeah, this is his fourth year. So.
Oh, you did beat me to it. Oh, next year's. Yep, next year's a free agent. So.
Yep.
Oh wow.
We can bank on. And that's why
Montgomery's coming back.
Yeah.
Where's Montgomery? Oh, whatever. Okay, that's more of an off-season thing. But There's a lot of free agent running backs, as many have seen, but there's also a decent amount of running backs in the draft. So there's going to be this interesting combo of you draft those young running backs, hoping for some upside, or you going to take those safe guys. It's going to mix
Do
of
you
both.
think the Bears still think they can compete? I mean, maybe a playoff
year?
spot this year? Yeah. I mean,
Not this year. Nope.
They traded
Nope.
for a receiver.
But they traded
mean-
Robert Quinn. They traded Roquan Smith. That
Yeah,
tells me
I understand that. Yeah. It's just they're
That
3
tells
and
me a lot.
5, second in the division or third behind the Packers. But I don't know. If they're trading for a receiver and they're giving up a second, maybe they think that they
I
might
think
be
they
able
would-
to do something this
If
year.
they're trying to make the playoffs, I think they should still be looking at realistically. They're not going to win the Super Bowl. And
Yeah.
then even if they are trying to make the playoffs, I don't think they would have traded Robert Quinn. And
Yep.
obviously, Roquan didn't want to play there. So
Mhm.
that's a whole
And-
other story. But
also Claypool's got another year left next year. That tells me, I mean, they certainly have ambitions next year to make some sort of run in the expanded playoffs.
Every year. It's every year, Drew. It's always the Bears are going to look good this year. Bears look good.
No,
It
I
never is.
I didn't say I had the Bears winning, I think, like 4 games.
Yeah, but like when we went into the offseason, new offensive coordinator, Mooney's going to be good. Montgomery's there. Komet's
You're
gonna
right.
be
There was
good.
certainly a lot of hope on the
Yeah.
offensive side, which Mooney, the problem with him now, right? Not to get too much into the Bears, is, he gets like banking on him getting 5, like he's going to get probably like 5 targets a game. And you're banking on him. He's got to do well in those 5 targets. Otherwise, tough luck.
Mhm.
Because he's just not getting the amount of targets needed. Especially
they've been
there's not
looking
enough
good
passes.
the last couple
Yeah.
weeks.
Fields
They
looked good
certainly-
last week. Really good, yeah.
He did,
Just,
yeah.
man, like I'm always hearing about this Bears team, and I said over the offseason how much.
Oh,
I just
Jared
don't care
said
about them.
it. You
Just
heard
because
it.
they got Matt Eberflus as their head coach, you guys are like, "What's he going to bring?" I said, "Absolutely nothing. They're not going to be a good team."
Yeah, Jared said it.
I did.
He said it, Zach.
I'm always right.
Okay. Anyways, do you guys want to move right away here? Jared, I'll let you go. Player team picks. Do you want to do one of those?
I'm
right
first
now?
on both, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
You can
All
get
right,
to
we'll
choose
do
right now.
team picks right away, so I can just get my team right away.
All right, week 9. Here we go.
All right, first pick, Eagles.
Colts.
Good.
Oh, shoot.
Jared takes Eagles. I have to cross them off. They were number 1 on
Of
my.
course, they were number 1.
What do you mean? Of course.
They're against the Texans. Come on.
All right, now I get to take the Bills.
Houston upset of the week.
I am taking the Bills.
Zach, do you want that on TikTok?
No. Okay. Let's see here. This provides some
We have some-
interesting options. I'm gonna take Cincinnati over Carolina,
Okay.
and then
Bounce back.
I'm going to take Minnesota over Washington.
Yeah.
All right.
My third.
I will take the Chiefs then at home against the Titans.
Ooh.
Okay.
All right.
Well, then I'll take the Dolphins against the Bears. And then I will also take
Wait, how did I miss that one? Oh.
I'll
All
also
right.
take the Ravens against the Saints. Sunday
Okay,
night
now
football. Monday night.
it's not that I'm
Well,
stuck.
Jared-
It's just there's a lot
Jerry,
of
we
options.
know at least one of those teams is losing now. 'cause
Yeah, I'm sure it's gonna be the Eagles are gonna lose to the Texans or something.
the Eagles and Dolphins are both losing.
Yeah.
All right, I'm doing it so Jared or Zach can't. I'll take the Packers against the Lions. It needs to
Okay.
happen.
Yeah. I totally skipped over them because my
Upset.
circle went over them.
Upset.
Upsetting Lions.
Yep.
Can someone
It's
please
coming.
take the Colts so that they win? Like just for my own sake.
I'll take the Patriots.
You actually
Oh, that was
the Colts
mine.
always beat the Patriots since Brady left too, and it's just I don't want to take.
Oh, that's great. But there's a new quarterback under center, Jared. He's supposedly gonna change this season. The whole
And the
narrative of the
only,
season change.
the only rookie quarterback that has done decent against New England is
Zappy. Oh,
Davis
okay.
Mills.
Against
Davis
New
Mills.
England. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I don't want
I'm running out. This is bad.
Yeah, this
Patriots and Bengals are both gone, right?
There's only 13 games this week
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
kind of
these
throwing it
last
up
2
for a
rounds are
loop.
going to be ugly.
Hmm.
I'm gonna take the Chargers.
Yeah.
I don't like that pick, but
I mean, it's
I'm
still
gonna
going to
take 'em.
work out because you took them, so you're going to get that right.
yeah, they're gonna win by like 30 now.
Yeah. So take the Colts, please.
I took the Patriots.
Did you?
Oh,
you
it's
did
my
take
turn.
them officially?
Yeah,
Oh, I thought you said I will take as in like a joke, but okay.
no, like I
My
will
turn.
take them.
Okay.
Is it my turn? Yes, my turn.
Drew's all cares about his
Yeah.
turn.
Yeah,
My
that's all
turn.
he cares
I
about.
take Jaguars. I believe always. They keep disappointing, but I keep
Okay,
believing.
I'll just take the Raiders then right away. Cool. If you want to.
Well, thanks for crossing that game off the list.
That game's gonna be
then-
terrible.
My last pick. Do I choose against the Bucks? Both of those teams look terrible, Rams and Bucks. So I'm gonna take an
One of them's got to
upset.
win.
Yeah, I'm gonna take an upset. I'm gonna go Cardinals over the Seahawks. It's probably an
Okay.
L, but whatever.
Drew?
I have some really, crazy ones I really want to do.
Do it.
I'll take
Go for it.
Commanders,
Over who?
Vikings.
Over Minnesota?
What?
I'm going to take Seattle.
Okay. Yeah.
Looks like
Because
another
that-
5-0 week for me.
Now I'm gonna go 0-1 on that pick.
Perfect.
There was a little bit in me that wanted to take the Bears, just a little bit. I couldn't do it, but I was close.
Okay.
What? Who loves a good upset? I do.
This is why Drew is 20-20.
So just so you guys know, the Bears are gonna win, the Texans are gonna win, the Jaguars will win, and then I'll get like the Ravens and Cardinals or
Good.
something. I'll go 2-3 again.
Yeah.
I'm going 5-0. I think I
Sure.
say
Bad
that every
news.
week.
Bad news for those fans, though.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Sorry,
Okay.
Cardinals fans. I took you, so the Seahawks are gonna win.
Are you guys ready to do
Yeah.
some player picks?
Oh, I'll just go right away. I mean, I saw Josh Jacobs slipped out of the top 5, so I will. I'll pick him up right away.
Okay. I'll take Aaron Jones.
Don't you always take Aaron Jones?
He does.
Fines this week.
I'll take ETN.
Oh, see, Zach now knows that I take ETN too.
Well, they play a terrible defense this week, so I'm not taking him against a good defense, even though he did do good. But I'm gonna take. I'll take Kenneth Walker too.
Ooh,
Makes
pick
it
him up.
easier to change the graphic. I don't have to move his name.
Oh, that's why you're doing it.
That's been my strategy.
It'll
last
actually
few
be spelled
weeks.
right. What about
I
when
just
Jack had him
choose
as
the
a wide
same-
receiver?
the same players.
Yeah.
That happens occasionally.
All right, my turn. Devontae Adams. It is bounce back week.
Then I guess I'll take DeAndre Hopkins.
Cool.
And I will also take Tua.
Okay, I'm already
Tua.
stuck. Help me.
Tua.
I'm
It's your
stuck because
pick.
there's. Yeah, I know, but
You have Aaron Jones and Devontae Adams so far.
yeah, but I got to take. Do I take old reliable?
backwards.
Do I go with old reliable? I think I do. Michael Pittman. Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
He's old reliable. I mean, I'm guaranteed 9 targets a game, right?
Yeah, at least.
Yeah.
Hey, him and Ellinger were getting a little connection too, so
Yeah.
it looked promising.
Well, I'm gonna make this easier on myself again. I'm gonna take Amon-Ra St. Brown.
At least you can't take Kittle this week.
Yeah, that's I don't know what I'm doing there.
You got some solid
uh,
tight ends though.
Yeah, it's actually not a bad week for Kittle to be on a bye.
No,
I'm gonna go with I'm
I'm sure you'll take one of my 3.
gonna take a quarterback here. I'm just trying to decide which one.
Herbert,
Burrow. Ooh.
Dak.
Burrow's top 5.
Is he?
Yeah.
Davis Mills.
Uh
Come on, Davis Mills prime time, Zach.
ooh. I'm gonna take
Cooper Rush. On the bye week.
This is tough.
PJ,
I'm gonna
PJ
take
Walker.
Dallas Goddard.
That's
Oh,
not a
okay,
quarterback.
cool.
Okay.
It's not.
All right, all right.
changed my
I'm taking
mind.
I'm taking Justin Fields. There we go.
I was debating about that.
Do what you want. Cool. Then I'll take Kyle Pitts.
All right.
And then my last pick for my flex, I will go Jalen Waddle. I'll do the pairing with Tua.
All right. What tight end is gonna lose me the week this week? Someone. Give me a
Hold
tight
on.
end.
I just gotta check that Waddle pick just to make sure.
I think he was like 7.
Waddle's number 5 in PPR.
I just looked.
Hold
He's
on.
not.
I'm
He's
looking
not.
at the official scoring. Just give me a minute.
On Fantasy Pros, as we've said we were using.
No, I'm not using
PPR.
Fantasy Pros.
PPR, it says he's 10.
Hold
Diggs,
on, Jared.
Jefferson,
Give
Cup,
me
Hill, AJ Brown, Adams, St. Brown, Hopkins, Lamb, Waddle.
Jalen Waddle is number 5.
Where are you guys looking? Because
You
that's
need
where I
the
want to
list
know.
there.
I'm on the official Fantasy Pros website.
Jared, you're in
PPR.
standard though. It's
No, I'm
standard.
not. It says PPR right here.
Well, mine's PPR and it says differently. So
Well, Jared,
Jared,
he's
you want me
5,
to-
so you cannot take him.
So you want me to take T. Higgins instead?
Go for
Yeah.
it.
Fine. Okay. I don't know where to look then. You guys are gonna have to teach me because it says.
yeah,
right
I'll send
there.
you a link.
Yeah.
All right, I get Kate Otten.
No way you just did that.
Oh my god.
That is terrible.
I like streaming tight ends. If it loses me, it loses me. It's fun.
Over like Hawkinson and Zach Ertz.
Evan Ingram, Gerald
Yeah.
Everett, like guys that are
Yeah.
actually going to score points.
What about Matt Collins, Zach? He taught me something. He taught me that things can happen.
Drew tries to get too petty with his picks sometimes.
What a bit.
I believe.
All right, so I got to take quarterback. This is tough.
It's not.
I'm between Kyler Murray or Justin Herbert.
That's too solid. That's not tough. Either one you take is fine.
Well, which one do I take?
Take Kyler. He's Call of Duty just came out. He's ready to go.
Oh, so I
No.
should take Herbert?
Yeah.
I always do it whatever the opposite of what Jared says.
Well,
When I
it's-
ask
it's
when I
not
ask for
double
start
XP.
sits. No, seriously. When I ask for start sits, I do whatever Jared says, but the opposite.
Yeah.
Alright,
You took
I'm gonna
Harrison
take-
Bryant last week, right?
I'm going to
Jared,
take Kyler Murray.
I'll ask next week again.
Were you taking
Oh.
Herbert?
Kyler Murray. It doesn't go with my Seattle
that.
pick for the team picks, but
I don't mind that.
5.
All right, so who's winning this week?
Zach.
me. I've won 5 out of 8 weeks, and like every single team picks. Just saying.
Do I still have the most points in a week?
No, in a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Overall,
I'm winning
no.
this week.
I think let's see. Hopkins will probably tear his ACL on the first play or something.
Pitts is
Jacobs will
probably going to have
2
a 0
points.
point week.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jacobs will have like 6 carries for 30 yards or something.
And
like
then
that.
Tua will put up like 45. So I'll end up with like 50.
Yeah, and then Higgins will have
Yeah.
like 10 or something.
Mhm.
So
55.
he'll have like
probably.
60. Yeah,
Yeah.
something like that.
All right. Well, I'm hoping for a dub this week after last week's performance. Kate Otten's got to turn it around. At 325, he's gonna have 2 touchdowns.
You might as well have taken like Austin Hooper or something. Like
Should have just
Wow.
taken Josiah DeGuara.
No, Harrison Bryant, week 2.
this guy's gonna
On the
take,
bye.
like, Noah Beck.
But he'd been on the bye week. It would have been a lock. Okay.
I'm
Anyways.
surprised Drew didn't take one of the Lions tight ends.
Yeah.
It's something Drew would have done.
Why?
Hawk is gone. You got to take the new one.
I did pick up James Mitchell in every league. In every
Or why
league.
didn't you
Yeah,
take
I
like
saw that.
Foreman? Why didn't you take like Foreman as your running back?
Because
That actually wouldn't have been a bad pick.
No,
I don't want Foreman.
it
I got
depends
Aaron
if Hubbard
Jones.
is back.
I kind of forgot about him.
Yeah.
Packers got to put up some points this week. Aaron Jones has to do that as well.
No, the Packers are gonna win like 17-7, something like that.
It's going to be a disgusting game. Let's talk about those games, though.
Yeah.
So Thursday night, we got ourselves a primetime showdown between two
Great game,
primetime
great game.
squads. The 7-0 Eagles are visiting Houston during is game 5, I believe. Game 5 is tomorrow night in Houston. Otherwise, they
game
they
4.
pushed it back. Nope, game
Game
4 is
4.
tonight, Jared.
Is it tonight? Okay.
Game 4 is tonight. Is
Yep.
game 5 in Houston though, or are they doing whatever? There's a World Series game probably. Or I
It's
think it's going on.
2-3-2. It's 2-3-2. I think
Yeah, I think so
it's gonna
too.
be in Philly.
Anyways, the point is, it's not like basketball where they move. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Yeah.
But there's Houston. They're caring about a World Series right now. Not with this football game. I can only imagine what attendance is gonna look like. Is there any over under for that?
I think more Eagles fans will be there. 100%.
Well, Eagles.
Now with the World Series game in
Yeah,
Philly.
World Series for them
Oh,
too.
that's
I'm
right.
saying it's literally World Series. Like this game is not gonna be like. I mean, people are gonna watch it, but like people don't care about it.
It'll be like 30,000.
It seriously could be that bad. I mean, there's actually
Yeah.
pictures from Houston last week. They had another
yeah.
home game. It was pathetic.
Mhm.
So let's go to Sunday. No, we're not talking about Thursday night.
How
Let's
many?
go to
Wait,
Sunday.
how many Astros fans do you think are Texans fans and not like Cowboys fans? You know, I'm sure there's a lot of Cowboys fans that are also Astros fans.
Yeah.
Most Astros fans are probably Cowboy fans.
Well, also Dallas
They-
Cowboys.
They seem to fit
Arlington.
together.
Yeah, they do.
Well,
Yeah.
Texas Rangers. I mean, they are
Yeah,
In
that
fact,
too.
like that's in
Mhm.
Arlington, right by AT&T, where the Cowboys play. So they're most likely Ranger fans, but I do get it.
Mhm.
There's still going to be some connection there.
Yeah, but
Um,
Cowboy fans seem to like teams that are better, so
That's
they're gonna
true.
like the Astros and not the Rangers.
They do. Noon we have the game that we'll be watching, Packers and Lions.
I
That'll
I
be
will not be watching
okay.
that game.
Cool. We're gonna talk about the
What are
other
you gonna
noon
be
games.
watching?
That sounds terrible. I'm not watching. I'll still watch the Colts
It's
game.
gonna be a good
but
game. It's gonna be a good game. Detroit's gonna put up points, and
It's
Green
over
Bay.
under. Hey, it's 49.5 right now. The over under for that game is higher than the Bears Dolphins game at 45.5.
Like I said, it's going to be a 17 or a 20 to
Really?
7 game, something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Detroit's offense is still good though.
No, to start the year, they were putting up averaging like 40 points a game, and then they scored like 10.
They put
Sounds
up-
like
Yeah,
Swift
they had
is not
2
gonna
bad
play.
weeks against.
Yeah.
Well, I think it was Dallas and New England. Swift is
Mhm.
not going to play though.
Well,
Said he
he
was,
sat
right?
out practice.
I thought he was.
Oh.
He's questionable. I don't think he'll play. I mean, based on what I saw.
He
on
played
Twitter
last week though.
Yeah, but Dan Campbell was talking about maybe we shouldn't have had him out there.
Oh,
So
Yeah.
part of me
it's-
thinks it's gonna be.
I can
he
tell
doesn't
you
have
right
any
now,
touches at all.
off topic, JT, he missed practice today because he tweaked his ankle. There is a 0% chance he plays, just so you guys
You're
know.
okay. You're really on. Okay.
yeah.
'Cause
I wanna-
if he's
That's why-
90, if he's 98%, he doesn't play. So don't expect him to play.
All right. We'll wait and see on that. Jared might have a clip of him
Jared,
being right.
What's the
Yeah.
what's the Colts' final record this year? Are they 3-4-1 right now?
Yeah.
They are. Oh yeah, 3-4-1.
I'm gonna say they go 8.
They got a loss to Houston coming up.
8-9-1 or 7
Oh
It'd be
wow.
8-1 or
or
something.
8-8-1
Wow.
or 7-9-1.
What did I text you, Jared? I think I texted you 5-11-1. I'll stick with that.
No, you said like 4-13-1 or 4-12.
No, we'll do 5-11-1.
No, they're gonna win more than 2 more games this year.
It's gonna be 6-10-1 or 7-9-1, something like that.
I'm gonna say 7.
6
I'm
or
gonna say
7 wins.
just me being biased. I'll say 8-8-1, and they miss the playoffs.
Really, I would hate that if I'm a Colts fan.
Why would you hate that? I mean, it's
Because
promising.
If
I'm
you're gonna
Yeah,
miss the playoffs,
just
you might
wasting
as
some-
well just.
Well, we're
like-
not drafting a quarterback this year. I'll tell you that.
not?
Because that's Frank Reich and Chris Ballard. They don't do that.
There's no way Reich's
Frank
returning
Reich,
after this year.
no.
There's no
He'll be
way. They're letting him
gone.
play
the
out
players
this year.
and coaches love Frank Reich. That's why I'm
Jared,
saying.
I mean,
hope
Why
He
do you
did just
think
fire their offensive
he
coordinator?
fired the
so-
offensive coordinator who wasn't
It's a start.
calling plays? Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Frank Reich
Well, it's a
calls the
start.
plays. So what is he doing? Like, it's not his fault. Not
Colts.
Marcus
It's Colts and Packers underachieving. Like that's why it's fun for this podcast. All three of our teams. I mean, all two of our. I guess 2 teams, whatever. But all 3 of our favorite teams collectively, they suck.
Mhm.
They stink right now. They're not doing well. Yeah. To sum it up, okay.
Yeah.
But other noon games: Chargers, Falcons, Dolphins, Bears, Panthers, Bengals, Colts, Patriots, Bills, Jets, Vikings, Commanders, Raiders, Jaguars. We're gonna do how we usually do this. If you were not watching your favorite team, who would you be watching?
Chargers, Falcons. That sounds like a good game.
It will be a good game.
Yeah.
But
Raiders,
Wait,
Jaguars.
who are the Dolphins against who?
do you just like hate
Bears,
yourself,
never
Drew, or
mind.
something? Like
I like watching Travis Etienne, and I like I want to see the Raiders go 0-5 on the road to start. So no, I don't. Sorry, what was the question before?
Nothing. I was just asking who the Dolphins play, but it's the Bears. I'm not watching that game.
That would be. I mean, that game. Come on, Bears. Make a little surprise at home. Come on, some magic. They trade
That's
away
gonna
some
be like
players,
45-25 game or something like that. It's gonna be similar to how
like
the
kind of like last week.
Chicago Dallas
Yeah.
game was. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. But I do agree. The Chargers Falcons one's probably going to be a good one to watch. Otherwise, 3:05 we have Sox Cardinals, and then 3:25 we have Rams Buccaneers, and then that's actually it. There's only 2 3:00 games next week.
It's gonna be terrible. Rams Buccaneers is gonna be like another 13-10 game.
Yeah.
No team has offense there.
I think I'm choosing Seahawks Cardinals. Serious.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Well, it depends. What
Do you
I'm
think it's
sure
gonna be
we'll get-
another 19-9 game like last time?
I hope not.
I'm sure we'll get the Buccaneers and Rams game like on live TV. Unless we get both of them, we might honestly.
We'll get both because there's only 2 3:00 games right now, or there's only 2 3:00
Yeah,
games next
true.
week. So you get to pick and choose. 7:20. You got Titans and Chiefs.
Yeah, Chiefs by 20.
Close game.
No.
Chiefs are minus 12.5 right now, in case anyone
Yeah.
asked.
Chiefs by it's going to be
Nope.
35-17. Chiefs
It's gonna be
win.
a close game.
Monday night. What do you guys think about this game? I have mixed thoughts. Ravens Saints. I don't know.
It would be a Saints.
New
It would be a
Orleans.
game that the Saints pull out.
Yeah.
Because I took the Ravens, so the Saints will win either way. But I
Easily,
think that I think that if it depends, because if Andy Dalton plays well, I think that he stays with the job. But I mean, if he doesn't, do you think they make the switch back to Jameis anytime soon?
My fantasy team hopes so.
Me too. My best ball team hopes so too.
I'd imagine if James is healthy, he's gonna be the starter. I don't know. I mean, that's still my
Yeah.
thought.
I mean,
Zach, my quarterbacks are Jameis, Trey Lance, and Davis Mills.
well, right now I got it's super flex, right? So you want to start 2 quarterbacks? I got
Yeah.
Zach Wilson and Jameis Winston as my 2
I have-
second options.
I
Send your
streamed
league?
PJ Walker. and
Yeah, it
worked
is.
out.
Yeah, that was a
Yeah,
nice stream
I
too,
picked
Jared.
up PJ Walker, so that somehow worked out. Otherwise, my other quarterbacks are Baker Mayfield, and that's awesome.
I
He's
love
playing
some
great
quarterback
this year, isn't he?
handcuffs.
Yeah, handcuff quarterbacks.
We have that in the Dynasty League, or at least my Dynasty League with the Superflex. There's enough roster spots where that is encouraged. And Zach, I think I'm beating you in your league. I'm gonna do it.
No, you're not.
Look
Oh,
at
I'm
all
not
the stuff
even
you're
starting.
starting.
I'm 8-0. Just so
Yeah,
you guys know.
okay, yeah. I got Lamb on a buy and I got someone else on a buy, don't I?
Yeah, and I told you that like a few weeks ago. I'm like, I got you at a great time. I'm gonna go be 5-4. Ugh,
No, I'm still gonna be.
you're gonna be clinching that playoff spot in a couple of weeks.
This is my. I already. I
You
think I already
started Eno
clinched my playoff
Benjamin.
spot. I think I clinched my playoff spot.
Yeah,
in
you know
your league,
Benjamin's a
Drew.
league winner. Yeah, in my league, yes,
No,
you did.
he's
Jared.
not.
Yeah. I'm joking, Zach. Thank you.
No,
Fine,
I'm
I'll
definitely winning.
I'll start Khalil Herbert or Dave Montgomery because they're gonna run all over the Dolphins. Am I right?
I have a trade question.
Throw it at us.
I was offered Najee Harris and Marquise Brown for Damian Pierce.
In redraft or dynasty?
Redraft.
Read
No.
it to me again, please.
Najee Harris and Marquise Brown for Damian Pierce.
How are you looking at receiver?
Receiver, I got Godwin, Pittman, Cup, Jacoby Myers,
Nope, don't do
Rondell
it.
Moore. And then like running backs, I got ETN, Pierce, and
Yeah, don't do that. No,
Saquon,
that's just
yeah.
trading to trade.
Also,
You're giving up. You're giving up Pierce, right?
yeah, it'd be giving me a Pierce. Also,
no.
another reason why I don't really want to do it is because right now, here, oh, hold on. These are the so this guy's 6-2. He's second in the league. I'm 6-2, first in the league.
Yeah, I'm.
Oh,
And-
and not 8-0 though. So
These are his running backs right now: Kenyon Drake, Benjamin,
Yeah, you're helping your
Alexander
competition.
Madison, James Robinson, and Najee Harris.
How's he
So
6-2?
I just want to
Uh,
kind of leave him stuck with that.
yeah,
Who's
you don't want
that?
to help him that much.
That's Diaz and
Oh, Diaz in
Diaz and
NFL.
yeah.
Yep.
He's got
Okay.
Diggs and Mahomes. So
Yeah,
that's
you don't want to help him out that much. Wow.
No,
That's,
I say no,
yeah.
Zach. I don't
And
like. Why
plus,
start?
that-
I mean,
that's kind of what I was thinking.
Marquise Brown is out for another 3 weeks at least. So I mean,
Yeah.
you don't even know how long he's going to be out.
I'm right now in the this is the $20 podcast league, right? And right now I'm just like I think my team's good enough to win, so I'm just kind of sitting there. Don't really need to trade.
Same here, Zach. 5-3 right now. Feeling good. Not 6-2 good. Not 8-0 good.
For
But-
the $20 one, I'm 4-4. But other one, what's my record, Zach? What's for the $10? What?
You got to be specifying here because I was talking
We're in a lot
to
of
the
Drew's
podcast
Dynasty League.
Yeah.
Drew's Dynasty League. What's my record? I
Like
forgot.
6-2 or something.
No, I
don't
think I'm
know.
8-0. I think I'm 8-0.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna remove Jared here from the stream. All right, if you want to hear him go 8-0, I mean, you'll hear it from him. Just text him. See, can I bring him in? Can I bring him in?
Hey,
Is he
welcome
okay?
back. Yeah, what's up?
Okay, good. Any starts at dilemmas? Anything crazy? Mine stems still from it's like, all right, I got Damian Harris, I have David Montgomery, and I have Benjamin.
Mine are only Michael Thomas and
Damian
Adam
Harris.
Thielen, depending
Zach,
on who
you're
plays.
playing me. You're gonna give me the one guy. I'm not starting.
They're Damian Harris.
Zach, I
They're
play you in
all-
this league.
He's questionable still, I think.
They're against Indianapolis. Terrible run defense. Just terrible.
What?
That is
They're
not
25th
that's-
against running backs, Jared. 25th.
Yeah, well, look who they've
That's not
played.
good.
I mean, look who they've played.
That's not good.
Yeah. Well, they let Antonio Gibson put up 20 some points last week.
And he's better than James Conner. Don't forget that because
Well,
he's younger.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
And he's playing. I mean, he's not hurt, so he's got to be better.
Drew, I
So-
think if James Conner plays, you should start Eno Benjamin. If he doesn't play, you should start Damian Harris.
All right, flip that, and then I'm still not starting Harris. I'm starting Montgomery. I just
Actually-
wanted to hear what you say.
How about Deion Jackson?
No. What? Well, if JT doesn't play, then yes.
League
'cause
winner. He had 20. He put up 28 and a half.
If
Everyone's a
JT
league
doesn't
winner.
play, then you start him. Like, I'm not even kidding. If JT does not
Yeah,
start,
there you go.
Oh, I started him that one week that happened.
Yeah.
Worked out.
You'll
I'm saying this week, Drew.
probably do it again.
This week against me.
We'll see, Zach. Any
Christian
other
Kirk,
starts?
Zach Wilson.
Oh, let's do that. Okay. I'll give you Zach Wilson. Zach, it's super. Like I just feel
No.
like you have to.
He's playing Buffalo. He's gonna have like 5 points, if that.
At my flex, I have one. Do I start Brandon Cooks or do I start Antonio Gibson?
That sucks.
Yeah, I know.
Seems too-
Nico Collins is out,
Yeah.
so
Okay. Cooks is against Philly, obviously. On
Cooks
Thursday
is still
night.
questionable. I would
Yeah, I know.
Cooks
I also have
good
Al-
to go.
I also have Alec Pierce that I could start.
Oh,
Gibson.
Okay, Gibson's
Cooks if
against
he's
Minnesota.
good the day out. Like I mean, if they say he's good to go.
Minnesota's 7th best run defense. Cooks is 5th best pass defense. And the Patriots against Alec Pierce is 14th best. That's a tough one, I think.
I think you wait until you see Cook's status,
Yeah.
and then you decide Gibson or probably Pierce,
Mhm.
as you said. And thank you. I know it was insightful there. I don't know. I feel like Pierce. Just disagree with you, Zach. I guess if JT's not playing, though, I'd go Pierce. I mean, as dumb as that sounds, you have to. There's a lot of if then.
Yeah.
I think for this. But otherwise,
Mhm.
Gibson. If you don't care about all the if thens.
Yeah.
I'd go for Gibson either way.
Okay.
Is it because he's younger, Zach? Or I mean, I know we just joke, but
Yeah, no, he's got more upside, I think. And with Sam Ellinger still being the quarterback in Indianapolis. Or Ellinger? My bad.
Thank you.
Jared.
You guys need to
Ellinger.
say his name.
Ellinger. I don't think they're gonna be passing much. And we saw last week was Pittman had a decent week, I guess.
Did
maybe
you
12.
see the
12
end of the
and a half.
game though?
No,
They threw
I
Pittman
didn't
a-
watch Colts game.
They threw Pittman a 35-yard pass right to his hands, which would have got him in a field goal range, and he
And he
completely
dropped
dropped it. Yeah,
Oh,
it was right to him. He was like on like a kind of like a curl route. He was about to catch it and run upfield and out of bounds at like the 30, and he dropped it. It would have been like a 45-yard gain or so.
tough.
Yeah.
I guess is there any other starts it? Anything else you guys want to chat about here in episode 49?
That's all I got.
so I
Zach?
got
All right. Well, you guys got to remember promo code J2M Thrive Fantasy. We are banking on, like we mentioned, a big day from the Eagles tomorrow. So we better get a big game tomorrow night, or it'll be tonight. If you're listening on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all listening platforms. But at Drew Sports Crew, of course, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. You know the drill. Linktree also down below has all the links there. You can see Zach's controversial power rankings, of course, each and every Wednesday morning. You can see those on TikTok. Or you can see me on the Instagram story, Facebook story, all that good stuff. And yeah, that's going to wrap it up for myself, Drew Skyberg, Zach Roush, and Jared Valesky. Thank you all for listening to yet another episode of Drew Sports Crew, The Journey to Million, the perfect podcast for you.